Multiplying fractions. You can reduce before multiplying. Decide if a number and a denominator have a common factor other than 1. 2/5 times 5/8. 2 is a factor of 2 and 8. 5 is a factor of 5. If possible, divide a numerator and a denominator by a common factor. 2 divided by 2 equals 1, and 8 divided by 2 equals 4. 5 divided by 5 equals 1. Multiply the fractions. Reduce to lowest terms. Find the product. When possible, reduce before multiplying. Pause the video, solve the problems, unpause the video to see the answers. Question number 3. 3/4 times 18. First, we rewrite 18 as 18 over 1 because you can only multiply fractions, not fractions and whole numbers. Now we see if we can simplify before we divide. We can. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 18 divided by 2 is 9. You may be tempted to divide by 3 for 3 divided by 3 and 9 divided by 3. However, you cannot reduce horizontally. You can only reduce vertically and diagonally. So we're going to multiply 3 times 9 and get 27, and 2 times 1 equals 2. This is an improper fraction, so we have to divide 27 by 2. 2 is able to divide 2 one time, which is 2. Bring down the 7. 2 is able to divide 7 3 times, which is 6. And that gives us with a remainder of 1, which we record as 1 over 2. So our answer is 13 1/2. Question number 4. 2/3 times 4/5. We cannot reduce before we multiply. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 5 is 15. Question number 5. 3/4 times 4/5. We can reduce before we multiply. 4 divided by 4 equals 1. 4 divided by 4 equals 1. 3 times 1 equals 3. 1 times 5 equals 5. The answer is 3/5. Question number 6. 3/10 times 2/3. We can reduce before we multiply. And then I say 3/10 times 2/3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. And 10 divided by 2 equals 5. 1 times 1 equals 1. And 5 times 1 equals 5. So our answer is 1/5. Question number 7. 5/12 times 11/15. We can divide 5 by 5 and get 1. We can divide 15 by 5 and get 3. You may be tempted to divide 3 and 12 by 3, but remember you cannot reduce horizontally. So we're going to multiply 1 times 11 and get 11, and 12 times 3 and get 36. So our answer is 11/36. Question number 8. 10 over 1 times 2/5. We can divide 5 by 5 and get 1. We can divide 10 by 5 and get 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 4 over 1 equals 4. Question number 9. 4/5 times 5/8. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 4 divided by 8, or 8 divided by 4 is 2. Equals 2. 1 times 1 equals 1, and 1 times 2 equals 2. So our answer is 1/2. Problem 10, 1/4 times 3/4. You see 4 on the bottom, but remember you cannot reduce horizontally. 1/3 times 3/4. 1 times 3 is 3, and 4 times 4 is 16. Question 11, 3/8 times 8/9. 8 divided by 8 equals 1. 8 divided by 8 equals 1. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. 1 times 1 equals 1. 1 times 3 equals 3. We change 20 to 20 over 1. Question 12, 3/4 times 20 over 1. 4 divided by 4 equals 1. 20 divided by 4 equals 5. 3 times 5 equals 15. 1 times 1 equals 1. 15 over 1 equals 15. 13. 2/3 times 27 over 100. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 27 divided by 3 equals 9. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. And 100 divided by 2 equals 50. 9 times 1 equals 9. And 1 times 50 equals 50. Question number 14, 1/10 times 1/10. 1 times 1 equals 1, and 10 times 10 equals 100. Question 15, 5/24 times 6/10. 6 divided by 6 equals 1. 24 divided by 6 equals 4. 5 divided by 5 equals 1. 10 divided by 5 equals 2. 1 times 1 equals 1. 4 times 2 equals 8. Question 16. Question 16. 3/2 times 4/9. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. 1 times 2 is 2, and 3 times 1 is 3. So your answer is 2/3.